like this. I just started to ask myself a question. Like, what's the difference between successful people and others? How can I improve my life? How can I do something big in my life? Because I didn't see any huge successes with my parents or friends or people I just studied with or done sports activities, and I started to look for the answers for my questions through reading, through internet. Then I started to interview people and ask questions that I just asked for myself. What do you do? What did you do in your life? How did you think about that? Why you achieved huge success in sports or business or finances or relationships?
Right.
What do you do? How do you think? What's the difference? Is it just luck, or it's step-by-step process?
Right.
And for me that was eye-opening information, that because success as failure is predictable, is not an accident. It's just step-by-step processes.
Right.
It's some activities that kind of person did through years.
Right.
To achieve that success, to achieve that kind of personality. And for me, the most important habit that can guarantee success and achieving any goal you set for yourself is constant and never-ending improvement, professional and personal. One, as we discussed earlier with you, Anya, and I know your one of the most important value as mine is personal development. We always try to read, to visit seminars and visit new places, and to talk with different interesting people. And I started to read, to apply this knowledge, to apply, to form new habits, to form new skills. Because I just thought, to be successful, in like 11-15 years ago, success for me was just money.
Right.
And I started to realize success is not only money. Money is very important, but it's balance, it's health, it's relationships, it's good career, and do something valuable for people.
Absolutely,
and
yes.
I thought, wow, I just buy a new suit or nice car or start to travel, and everything will improve.
Yeah.
But I was wrong. I understood that to have nice, abundant, prosperous, interesting life, I had to become interesting, abundant person inside.
Exactly.
What kind of person? What kind of person should I become to have that kind of life, to achieve that kind of goal?
Totally. Yeah.
And that's the very interesting person. I'm falling in life in this field, in this field.
Yeah.
And read, discover, travel the world to find new mentors, to find new information, to find new keys. There is no secrets to success. There are everything we know, and every question we ask for ourselves, 99% somebody already answered that.
True. Yes.
And almost all goals we set for ourselves, somebody already achieved that.
True.
And we can use leverage. Someone else's money, someone's time, someone else's experience.
Absolutely.
And our life is too short to understand everything by your own.
Oh yes.
We can use other people's money, other people's experience, other people's knowledge through books, through just talking and invite for someone to have dinner with you or lunch and ask questions that are interesting for you.
Yes.
And that period for me was just about six years, Anya. I just accumulated the knowledge. I just tried to apply in my own life, because I just ask myself, does it work? I want to find, to see if it works for me. And then I started to see great results.
Yeah.
And after 6 years, I just found that there's profession like speaker or corporate trainer
Yeah.
or something like this. I didn't think about that, Anya. I just started to find information, find these secrets and keys
Right.
for my own life. And then I found, wow, there's a profession like trainer.
Yeah.
That's one of my main value to and passion to learn new things. And then I found a new passion to teach that. Wow. And I started to speak, make seminars, trainings, and something like this. I didn't think about that to become trainer or speaker when I started to this, but it's very, very nice that I found this, and that's one of my passion, and that's great.
Yeah, I think the people who did that are truly happy, because this is so important. After trying something different, then you know in comparison that this is exactly what you can be good at, and this is probably easy for you as well, because something that the same activity could be impossible to do for other people. And
Anya, what about you?
Wow, I'm truly multi-passionate in nature, and I tried lots of things in life, and I do believe that there are several, could be more than one, great careers. Initially, I think it was that desire to see the world that triggered me to even like learn English on the first place and become so fluent and so good at this that it would be better than my native language. And I thought, of course, that whatever I do, it will be connected with communication, because I like to see the world. And even I think it was in a school, in a class, that time it was Soviet Union, many years ago, people did not travel. They really could not see any capitalist countries like in Europe or in USA or further in the world. And we were little children, and the young teacher was telling us something about Soviet Union, which is the country we used to live, that this is Russia, this is the place where you are, and we were talking about this. But in the classroom, in the corner, there was a globe, like a round globe. And between the classes and the break, I went there and I looked, okay, we were talking about this, Russia, but there's more. I discovered there's more than that, because in the globe there are other countries in the world. There is a Europe, there's America, there is South America, North America, and I got so curious what's out there. And in the next class, I was the one who raised my hand and like, yeah, I have a question. Like, why we are not studying, why we're not talking about the other countries? I want to see that. And the teacher made her eyes like really big, like, no, because I was apparently the first pupil, first student that ever asked this question, because everybody was just like passively listening to her, and I was curious what I want to see that. And they said, no, it's really impossible. It's like flying to the moon. You live here, you were born, we were all born in this country, and that's where we'll live. You cannot go and see other countries like America or like in Europe and all. And then I was like, why? And then I was like, I had a doubt, like, what if I really want to? What do I need to do for that? And then I discovered, okay, people, they speak different language there, that I need to know the different language to be able to speak to them, because that will make it all interesting. Then I will need to make more money, then I can afford to travel, and then I can teach other people to do that. And there were not that many options then, but this path really existed, to go and get the degree from English language, whatever, with Ilyas back then. That opened the door, and it was very difficult to get into there, because that time it was the perestroika, and this faculty became prestigious. It started, because everybody wanted to study there, because it was, this hard to get in, and it were a lot of places, a lot of seats for the students you have to pay a lot of money for. And my family, they did not have that money to pay, but they were maybe like 3 seats, like 3 places were available, like a budget. but it was a huge competition, like almost like, I don't know, like 100 people in one place. And I realized this is my chance to get there, because I really, 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 it's my future. And you know how important it was to get a degree so I could fulfill my dreams. And students who paid money, they just relaxed. Everything was good, like stress-free for them. They were already admitted. And I was competing against like so many people, so many students who were also as desperate as me. And it was a decision that I made, and lots of preparation. And actually, I went out and hired the teacher who could help me to prepare, because there were certain exams and they made it very, very difficult. Text analyzing is like so difficult that they knew that it's impossible to pass unless you are really privately studying with someone. Because on that level, when I was already admitted, I was already a student, it was too difficult even for the program for the actual students. And but they just gave it to the admission exam. So I hired the teacher that could help me, at least give me some information what it's going to be. And that time my income was very small, because I was teaching children English, helping with homework, and I worked a lot because I had my classes at school, and then I was going to different homes to do homework for lots of other kids. And like 10 o'clock at night, finally I got home very tired, very exhausted from like constantly commuting, traveling, and all the kids' homework and all. And that at like 11 p.m. was time for me to have my own homework, which was still a lot. And I probably had probably like 3 or 4 classes myself that I had to teach to make money, to pay for 1 hour with that teacher. But it was still worth it for me to at least get some information. I don't think that she really, I learned something, but I got the principles, what's going to be. And all the other time I was just preparing, studying, practicing, because it was a text analysis, which is really hard to do. Basically, you get the extract an original language from like Charles Dickens or the Goldsworthy or the English classic, which is like so many words you will never even know what they mean in English language, and they have to present an analysis of this text already, and it was before you were admitted into school. And I remember that was such a moment of determination. When I went to the exam, I just kind of visualized myself already being a student. And I was the very, very first. This exam started at 9 a.m. and I was there at 7. Like 7 at 2 hours before everybody showed up, because everybody, the whole school, the university was already everybody was still sleeping. It was all security guard there. But I wanted to make sure that I will be the first there, that nobody, because it's a first come, first served, so then nobody can come before me. And I was, because of that, because it gave me just maybe a little bit of more time of preparation. So I calculated everything, that I was there. I did my probably meditation, realization, like all the visualization there, even before I knew what it was. And I was so ready for that. So when they let me in finally at the exam, I went there. Of course, I got the most difficult text, but I was prepared for that. So I already had all my things that I was all there. So, and I was, because they gave me a little bit more time to prepare, I actually did the trick. I shortened it. So I was ready, and I said, oh, I don't need that much time. I'm already ready. They were so impressed, because it was a good impression. They made a kind of good point in me, because they knew that, okay, then maybe she knows something. And I was sitting in front of them, and everything, you have to pull yourself together and relax with a smile, not reading the paper, looking at the eyes, and just really in a good English language, telling, it's all this story, text analysis. So my presentation went really phenomenal, because they did not even heard anything like this before. because they just told me after that. So if she was not the student just entering this the university, she could teach there. But and then I was just sitting on a chair, and I grabbed with my two hands. I grabbed the chair like this. I said, "Well, if I will be like getting out of there, it's with the chair or with the floor. So I'm not leaving without admitting being a student there." And probably that worked somehow. That yes. So they after that, so they had all this discussion. I was there waiting for everybody else. And then when they announced the list of students admitted, it was my name in there. Oh my God, that was really, 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 it was like the miracle. It was just something that if I did that, I can do anything else in the world. And yeah, then I was there at 7 o'clock a.m. and I left, it was 7 p.m. In the evening, and then I came home to see my family, and I like told them that now I'm a student, and they all cried from happiness because I did it myself, even without having them to pay for it, because they could not afford to pay for it. But then I said that I can do it, and then it just determined my life, and I thought I can really make a difference if I was able to do this for myself. Then anybody can do this. You have this potential, and I can share and help people to present themselves in the best way that they can succeed in life.
Wow. Anya, was it turning point in your life? What did you think about if you couldn't join the university at that time? What's your life would look like right now? Did you think about that?
You know, back then I really I was just had this this you know, when you're young you feel it's all possible. I didn't even consider other possibilities, and you know, maybe that was also the secret. You just have to be 100% sure and determined. I didn't even ask like why, because it's a fear, and then when you start like thinking about every option, you're attracting it. I didn't know anything about secrets of success or anything. It just kind of was deep in me. I saw my path in life as a future. I just kind of had this very clear idea, and that's what just something that I had to do. It's on the way. Okay, if I have to go through this, I will. Like, no problem, I'll do that. But yeah, looking back now, it's a really good question, because if something happened, like I would not be admitted, I guess I would do something maybe even greater than that, because you have to do what the best as you possibly can. But sometimes in life, there's other factors that we don't have any influence, and this is important to know, that we are not gods. We don't make all the decisions. And if the life proves you something like different, that presents you something different, you have to be ready, prepared. But make sure that you make the most out of what your situation is, even that, you know, it failed. But in your life, did you ever have a situation when things went very differently, the way that, like the opposite of what you hoped, something that you wanted to get but you didn't get this? Did you have this in your life?
Yes, there are a lot of events like these and situations, Anya, when you think, wow, why did it happen to me?
Yeah.
And you're getting sad. But when you look back at that situation, maybe in 3 months or even years, and you think, wow, that's good that that's happened to me like this. Yeah. Because I was fired from a job, and it was good experience, and not because of me that I done something, because of misunderstanding between me and one employee,
right.
And I thought, wow, I'm so sad. Why did it happen to me? Because I thought that's good company and good to work there.
Yes, true.
But in 1 or 2 months, I start to work in different company, in different job position,
Mm-hmm.
and that was a great opportunity
Yeah.
to put myself on different level.
Wow.
I tripled or even more than tripled my income during 6 or 7 months after that.
Great.
And that I've got an opportunity to buy a course with
Mm-hmm.
Jack Canfield in the United States, and I started to travel more than I did during my 23 years of my life. I started
Yes.
to travel every year
Wow.
more than I did before, and that was amazing opportunity. I thought, wow, why did it happen to me, Anya? And a lot of people have such events.
Of
and
course.
And sometimes I'm forgetting about that. And when I went for conference in St. Petersburg, maybe
Uh-huh.
3 weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I've got a phone call from a very close person in my
Mm-hmm.
life, and she said, "Oh, probably we should do something different."
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say maybe if you want to personally,
Yeah.
Anya, but not right now. And I said,
Uh-huh.
"Oh, I'm so sad. Why am I going? Are we going to do that?" And I've stayed one night with my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he just had a second baby,
Uh-huh.
and we are good friends with his wife and he's good entrepreneur as well, and he invited to stay one night in his home in St. Petersburg.
Mm-hmm.
They just bought an apartment recently,
Right.
and they moved in the city. And I said, yes, of course, yes, thank you. And I went and we just say hi and have dinner. And I said, Vanya, I just had a phone call and I'm very sad about that. And he said, Pasha, you remember we always talking with you, and I'm very grateful to you. He said to me that you said about some people and said about some books,
Right.
and I started to study this as you do.
Yeah.
And every morning I wake up and I say, my universe always support and help me.
Right. Yes.
And I said, oh, thank you very much for reminding me. And I said to myself, my universe always helps and supports me. And even in this situation.
Of course.
And
totally.
Something released and something opened inside, and I start to feel much better.
Mm-hmm.
And everything in life and everything in any kind of situations, probably you think it shouldn't. It shouldn't be like this.
Right.
But when you see the universe or the God or
Yes.
Something else, the nature, anyone can say different words about that. And
totally.
as you know, Anya.
Yes. Yes, I do.
And I wow. And when you see like this and see about that everything, like inverse paranoid, everything wants you to be better, and you are safe all the time, and,
yes.
and people always help you, and all situation is better for you.
True.
And your life getting better, and you see opportunity, you see people like lessons, like tool to help you.
Yeah.
And
see the way out.
You change your thinking, you change your life, and you change your focus, you change your energy flows, and you change your results.
Oh yes.
And that's amazing. And yes, Anya, and answering your questions, and to our viewers, to our listeners, we all have challenges. We all have situations that say, "Oh, very, very, very bad." But when you think about these situations like life lessons, like your tool to get you better, to change your road, to change your way, and everything starts to.
Yeah, you're just jumping on the next level, even if you do not see it, because sometimes something happens the way that you're like big surprise or even a shock, and then you only see the minuses. Oh, this is all is negative. Only you don't see anything positive. But then after some time, you look back, and if you not only survive, but you act and you actually do make the most out of it, you learn something, you admit, you realize why it happened, you take responsibility, and after that you move on. You take some time to do self-development, to work hard towards your goals, and then you get rewarded, and then you look back like, wow, I'm so grateful to that situation, to that person, whoever was, like the stars, like the universe, God, that if not that, then my life would still be the same. But now I'm in such a different level. Um, yeah, sometimes it's like a healing, like a surgery, and that you have to go through pain, but then you recover, and then you're healthy and you're very happy. And I like your example with that you were like fired from the job, but then you could still have a job, but then so much more. You had like so much. If it didn't happen, you probably were still at the old job, and still would be, everything would be the same in your life. And since you're not progressing, then you could be all declining and degrading, because life, nothing stays. Like everything in life is moving, growing. If you're alive, like all the plants, trees, animals, all the everything in life is moving and towards something. And if you don't do anything, it's kind of, like it's declining, it's degrading. To like stay clean, you have to take a shower like every single day. You got to keep doing that. To have a nice apartment, to have a nice place, you have to clean. To do this every day, you have to make an effort, because if you do not, then it gets worse and worse. And like everything in life, to stay in good physical shape, development, career, relationship, everything, it takes work and takes responsibilities. But sometimes it's a time for massive actions. Remember from Tony Robbins, when he was saying like massive actions, and that's
massive action and live with passion.
Of course, and then that's the time to do
and
that.
As you said before, Annie, it's every single day you have to do to improve yourself, to improve your situation.
Yes.
It can be in different areas of your life, or
of course,
it can be finances, it can be your relationships, your family life, your social life, your career and business. And I remember a nice quote as I read recently again, that nobody can make you push-ups for you. And you have to do, you can know exactly what you have to do, but nobody can do this for you, for yourself. And that's very important. And Francis Bacon said that information is power, but it's just only potential power. Without actions, it means nothing. It's nothing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's this theory that is useless without actually putting that to practice.
Yeah, one person can read thousands of books and don't do anything about that. Personal development or professional literature.
Yes.
But another person can read just one book and take an action about that. As you said, he took a decision and he took something, action for that. And that second person is more intelligent than the first one, because he done something. He got results.
Of course, the result, that's the key word. Because even the smallest thing that you can implement and do it consistent, like every single day, and then it becomes a routine, and then you so get used to that. So it's going to be very natural. It's not even an effort. But when you do that in all spheres of your life, there's no time left for useless conversations, for meeting people for just entertainment, for without people of no value. No time to watch stupid shows on television and do something like, just entertainment, because then your day is planned, is busy, and then you value every hour. But then you're so fulfilled that you don't even need that. You have so much joy and excitement from just the normal day, like events of your life, when you're like really like, doing something towards your goal, because it's a self-esteem, and self-esteem only grows when you act, when you do something. That's the law of psychology, that you act and then you're proud of yourself, and then you make the difference, because like we were talking to you before, that sometimes if you just stop making all efforts and all the differences, then and just let the universe, society, other people make decisions for you, of course your life will be so far from your dream life. Then you end up in a really miserable place, because if you do not take responsibility, then you let everybody else make decisions for you, then it's not life. It's only you choose, because whoever wants to like think of you, you have to do this or this or this, it really shouldn't. I mean, you listen to them, but you also listen to yourself, as what you're going back to the beginning.
A lot of people, as you said, Anya, think that, oh, my boss is responsible for me, or my wife or husband is responsible. But when you take full responsibility for your own life, you're getting like captain for your results. You understand my financial results.
Yes.
I'm responsible for them with my thoughts and actions in the past.
Yeah.
The same with relationships, the same with career, the same with everything. Yeah, you cannot change some events like traffic jam or like what else? Weather.
Yes.
But you can change your response.
Of course.
And when situation meets with your response, you get results.
Totally.
It can be the same situation. Two drivers.
Yeah.
Traffic jam. One of them can be very, very criticizing, negative, and do something bad for himself, for his health, and for others. He can scream and do something. And a second person can put audio tape or make a phone call or listen classical music or relax, because they can change event.
Yes.
But they in the same situation but different outcome, different result.
True. Yes.
And the same in life. As you see the event and people as good, as that everything can want to help you and to make you stronger, you're more positive. You get better results.
Absolutely.
People like you more. You can increase your results in any areas of life.
And this
family, career, and different.
Absolutely, yes, and we have to be grateful for even some negative things happen. That is why it's actually a sign of a very high developed person when you are not blaming, you're not taking that it's your fault and this fault, because people make their choices. There's nothing right or wrong in life. It's only the choice and the consequence, responsibility. So if a person makes certain choice, then he has to see, right, that's his result. So nobody's made this choice for him. But I think for every even negative situation, we have to first say thank you, because it's needed for something in your life, because you attracted it. It may it's like even the crisis. It's also could mean new opportunities. You just have to see them closer. And not afraid to work very hard, because that's what life is just for. Just to do the action, and it's not easy, because most people, they react automatically. They just blame everybody else. They think that they are just born in the wrong country, or they're just married the wrong person, or their boss is the source of their misery at work. They hate their job. They think it's just they're only there for money, but that's the choices that they made. And just have to deal with that. And just without blaming others, it's not productive. It won't bring you anywhere because it's a position of the victim. You know, there is a two possible positions in life. You're a victim, or you are, I don't know, just your own. I know how to say the opposite of a victim. It's actually the owner of your life. I mean, that's you own your life because it's all yours. And the victim always blames others, thinking that they are really, is everything bad happened in life because of them. And unfortunately, it doesn't lead them anywhere. So they're not grateful. And unfortunately, it's really difficult to get somewhere from that place. But if you take responsibility, if you admit that, yes, that happened because that time I did this, this, and this. But it doesn't mean that you blame yourself. It's very different. You should not say that, oh my God, that you're just, I did something bad, I'm a bad person. No, it doesn't. That time you did not know any better. In all possible, because we never want to do something like wrong intentionally. But like a student, you are still learning. When you are like 6 years old, you cannot read right, or like well, or write, or you make mistakes. But it doesn't mean that you should stop learning.
Yeah,
Just,
Anya, I absolutely agree with you, and we can make stronger this feeling just saying I'm responsible, and if it's going to be, it's up to me.
yes,
And when you say that, when you look at this situation, I'm responsible, and that everything start to improve. And as
absolutely.
Napoleon Hill said, that all challenges or all problem situation have bigger or the same opportunity in it.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
And as you
I like the word bigger.
repeat a couple of times word gratitude and
Yeah.
grateful,
Yeah.
I
True.
think this is one of the most important feeling to get what you want in life.
Yeah.
To be grateful. Most people, as you said, absolutely right. Most people blame and criticize others and circumstances. But when you say that I'm responsible for that, and I'm very grateful for having what I have. I have this apartment, that maybe food to eat or place to sleep. You are more more wealthy than 95% in the world, because
Sure.
you have family, you have friends, or you have legs, or health, for example.
Yeah.
A lot of people doesn't have this, and a lot of people will change their position with you.
Yes.
But when you see, oh, I have a lot of things to be grateful for, and I have a lot of successes in my life, and when you start to think on paper and write down what I already have and what I already achieved, you change your focus. You change your focus to positive things, not as problems or your something that didn't went well, or
Right. Yes, I know.
Gratitude is great. When you wake up, you're grateful for new day. You're grateful for new opportunity to make something during this day. As Maxim Gorky, a famous
Yeah.
author, said, "Day is a new life. It's one small life."
Yes.
And
True.
you think about this. I have another day.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how many days I have.
True.
Or, and when you new day,
Yeah.
what can I do something great with this day? And when I wake up, something great is going to happen with
Good
me
attitude.
today.
Yeah.
And when you focus on this, you start to realize that days are full of opportunities, full of great things that's happened with you.
Wow. Wow, I really needed to hear that coming from you. It's a great inspiration because actually there's another news, it's important thing that happened in my life that in 6 days from now, next Friday, I'll be in the hospital having an operation on my knee because many years ago I did sport and I had a sport injury. and that was a very painful experience of my life, like physical level. And even the doctors told me that I would not be able to walk. And I was like so young, and I felt like really, really devastated, and I made a decision I want to walk. So I think the situation is something positive. So I did lots of sport and trying to like live my life like as healthy as possible. So I have all the energy, and it helps a lot. But now it's the time to actually just make a decision to go to the hospital and fix it, and just to have a surgery. And it will be uncomfortable, it will be painful, but it will fix it, it will get better, and that will hopefully improve. So I'm very much looking forward to that, to get this done, even if you have to go through some pain, but it's temporary. But then to the rest of your life, your results, my result will be better. And so talking about the situation, that's exactly how it did, how it works. So anything, absolutely anything in life that happens to us, it's for the better. Now I know that, and you perfectly explained the way why it is so and how it happens, and the right attitude. So, well, we'll be in touch with you. Maybe we will be still able to do the interview again. I will tell you about my experience of hospital and surviving. But since now we have internet, and there's a computer, doesn't matter where you are, you can do broadcast from anywhere in the world. I'm sure it will be quite an interesting video next, all the lessons that I've learned from the surgery. I'll keep you posted, Pasha. But right now, I mean, I just realized we were talking almost an hour now, like 49 minutes of the last video, and it's still a lot more to talk to and to share, which is incredible. But I guess we'll just have to, at some point, stop for now, and then think of other questions and other things that we can share with our audience in the next video, because there's a lot of great ideas that come into your mind, and then we have this choice of expressing that in the English language. And those who are on that high level of English, they can benefit from the language learning in this comprehension skills, and the content, the great content that will guarantee, if they implement all this, will make their life very, very happy.
Yes, Anya, we have a lot of things to discuss, and thank you very much again for this amazing conversation and your insights and ideas. And I wish you have a good, successful surgery on Friday, and have a very nice doctor, and everything going to be good. As you said, everything is good, and very, very nice decision you've made to do this. During this this time,
it's a responsibility.
It's the best time to do. So I'm very grateful to you, and thank you so much, and I look forward to talk with you again. Because talking with you, I have new ideas, and listening to you, I understand we have more to talk about. So
we'll
continue. Much for opportunity to practice English, to practice.
How you get better. Your English is fantastic. It's great that you just, the best, the indicator of it is that you're just talking about ideas, expressing ideas, so you're not really thinking about the language. So there's more to come. The best is yet to come. Pasha, all the very best for now. I'll send you, the video will be recorded, and well, talk to you the next time. So I'll have my new surgery will be done, and I'll tell you more about it. All the very best, Pasha. Bye-bye for now.
Keep me informed about Friday, okay?
Of course, I'll keep you posted. I promise. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye, Pasha. Bye for now. Thank you.